Hey guys, I'm Binyamin Kaminetsky from the NCSY Summer Kollel in the Central East region, and this is the NCSY Alumni YouTube channel. Okay, I want to ask a very simple question. What does the word Chumash mean? Now you might be thinking, you're right, that was a pretty simple question. I know what the Chumash is, the Bible, 5 books of Moses, thing we read every Shabbos, and of course you're correct. But have you ever thought about what the word Chumash actually means? Like, why is that a good title? Why is it called that? So if you're familiar with some basic Hebrew, you might know that the word Chumash is actually very similar to the Hebrew word Chamesh, meaning 5. And that's actually kind of appropriate, because as we know, the Chumash is divided into 5 sections. We have the Chamisha Chumshei Torah, the 5 books of the Torah. Let's think about this for a second. God's got this book, right? And it's a really important book. It's actually going to be the most important book ever written. It's going to have everything in it that we know about God, everything about the way He runs the world, what we're supposed to do, what He wants from us. And now God's thinking, okay, so we got this book. What should we call it? What should be the title? Oh, I know. It's got 5 sections. Let's call it 5. Sounds a little bit ridiculous, right? I mean, the title of a book is supposed to tell you something about what's going on inside the book, right? You know, maybe the main theme or even just a hint what to expect, but when you open it up, the word 5 doesn't actually tell you anything beyond how many chapters there are, how much more you have left until you finish. There's got to be something more. And I think we can actually find a hint in this week's Parsha. The second pasuk in the Parsha uses a very interesting word to describe the Jews as they came out of Egypt. The pasuk says, "V'chamushim alu b'nei Yisrael mi-Mitzrayim." The Jews came out of the Mitzrayim, chamushim. Now, whether or not you know what this word means, there's got to be some bells ringing, because the word chamushim sounds an awful lot like the word chumash, doesn't it? As it turns out, there's actually a number of explanations about what the word means, but I want to focus on one for right now. So, if you actually open up a chumash, so what you'll usually see is you have the text of the chumash in the middle, and then underneath you have some commentary, maybe Rashi or some others, and then on the side there's usually a small skinny column. That column is a commentary called Onkelos. Now what Onkelos does is he takes the text of the Chumash, which is written in biblical Hebrew, and translates it into Aramaic, which at the time was actually the commonly spoken language amongst Jews. The word Onkelos uses to translate the word chamushim is mizdarzin, which is actually an Aramaic form of a Hebrew word you might be familiar with, zrizut, zeal, or in regular English, passion, energy. Onkelos says that when the Jews left Egypt, they weren't just happy to be out of Egypt, relieved to not be slaves to Paro anymore. The Jews left passionate, energized, because they knew they were going to Har Sinai to accept the Torah. They knew that they were coming out for something more, to fulfill their role as Jews in the world. And that's really what the Chumash and really Judaism is all about. When God gave us the Torah at Har Sinai, He didn't just give us a book of laws, some things we should do, some we shouldn't, maybe a little history about where we came from. He gave us a way to live for a purpose, live for something more. He gave us a way to live passionately. Zrizus isn't about doing something in particular. It's about the way you do things. It's about an attitude on life. It's about living with energy. It's about living with passion. The word Chumash means passion. And that's really what the Chumash is all about. I wish all of us that were able to internalize this message of Chumash, to wake up every day invigorated and excited to fulfill our role as Jews in the world. That's all for this week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic Shabbos. And subscribe.